guys, Dawn here, and we're going to have fun with clay. And in your gift box that you get from camp, we have Sculpty clay. And we're going to make some cool projects. Our first project's going to be a nice little coil bowl. So you need to have a cookie sheet and line it with foil and pull the foil real tight. And this is going to be also the thing you bake it on and work on. So we're going to start with some of your favorite colors. And I'm going to start, I think, with a blue bottom. And I'm going to break off a piece of it and start squeezing it and kneading it between my fingers. And I'm going to start rolling it between my hands first. Then I'm going to put it down here and just roll it out with both of my hands until it gets, about yay long. Just be careful you don't make it too thin, and then we're just going to start twirling it in. And we're just going to just roll it in. And if you want it a little bit bigger, you can you can sort of flatten it a little bit. And I'm going to just pull off another piece of the blue and repeat the same thing. So I have a little, this is going to be the base of our pot. So I'm going to just connect another piece right there and twirl it around and smooth it all together. And then I think I'm going to go, red sounds like a nice color. I'm going to break off a piece of red and repeat and do the same thing. And when you're working with the clay, make sure you start with clean hands too. Okay, so we're going to roll it out. And maybe we'll make this be like a pencil holder, we can. But if you want to make a bowl, you can make a bowl. We're just going to connect the red onto it by just sort of smoothing it in. And then we're going to start coiling it on top of it to build it up. And you just sort of squeeze the sides together. And then we're just going to keep on doing this until we get it tall. And you can make your snakes a little bit bigger if you want. And then, I know it takes a while to build it up. And then we're just going to I think one more red will do, and then we'll switch to another color. I'm going to make a little bit bigger piece of red, and I'm going to roll it out. And I hope everybody's having fun at home. I know it's sad not being at camp, but at least you're getting cool things to do in the mail, or, well, not the mail. Somebody's going to be dropping it off here at your house. And I'll coil this around. And I make sure I sort of squeeze it together. I sort of go around the outside and I sort of pinch to make sure it gets all squeezed together. And what color do you think, Christina? Yellow next?
I think yellow is a good idea. You gotta squeeze this part. Just gotta pinch that part. Make sure it's all connected.
Yep. Sometimes if you pick it up and if you see any holes, you might need to pinch it a little bit more, but as long as you don't put water in it, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's put a nice long one. And just try to find the little end where you ended to start with a new piece. And you can just I'll sort of lay it on top, and then once you get it all laid on top, I'll do one more yellow, I think.
Looking good, Dawn.
Yep, I know I can see some little holes in it, but I'll just pinch it more as I get done. And sometimes when you start something, it doesn't turn out what you think it's gonna be, and you can change. And I got a couple more colors. I'll add green next, and we'll probably end in the purple. And you roll again, and you gotta make another long snake. And try to keep everything about the same size so it can bake evenly. And that looks pretty good. And I'll find the end again and squeeze it together. And sometimes as you get taller, it gets a little droopy. Okay, then I'm going to put some purple on top. And guys, I forgot to tell you, you got to make sure your oven's preheating to 275 because you're going to bake it in the oven. So have Mom go over and start the oven preheating to 275. And if your snake breaks like mine just did, that's okay. You can just have 2 snakes to work with. Because sometimes it gets a little thin. And now I'll add the purple to the end of the green. And we'll work it around again. And I'll make this a little bit thinner, this piece. And our project's just about done. And we'll go around to make sure there's no holes. If you see holes, just pinch it together. And if you want to make it taller, you can just keep on going and make it taller if you wish. And if you want to, you sort of can bend it into shapes if you want a little bit. And I'm just going to maybe bend it a little bit. I think I'm in a heart mood today. So I'm going to make it sort of like a heart shape. I must be feeling the love of camp and all the campers. And then you put it in the oven at 275 and bake about 15 minutes. But make sure your parents use the oven. And there we are.
And it's going to turn out looking like this, right?
It'll turn out
like
something like this. This is another little bowl I made. A little bit bigger than this one, but you can make them as big or small as you wish.
Awesome.
And you can use one color, 2 colors, or lots of colors.